last week on the season.
I got a picture that morning, like my wife had my kids in Ole Miss, right? I mean, we're at Alabama. I'm like, maybe you realize how we get paid, right? How we get fired over this.
I felt like I was getting my identity back, my true identity. It was easy for me to put back on the pretty red and blue colors. I'll wear it with pride.
It'll be different, but I think, that first series it'll be like, dang, I'm actually not playing with Georgia Tech, but, I came to Ole Miss for a reason, so I'll be very excited to be playing against those guys, and I wish them the best of luck.
Bentley cuts it back up, and a burst into the end zone for Ole Miss and a 21-yard touchdown run.
Here's the snap, and it's going to be a handoff to the right, and that's going to be Jones with the carry. He's still on his feet to the 10, angles to the far sideline of the 5. He's in the end zone. Matt Jones.
All right, good start to the week. I think guys understand the magnitude of this game, understand we made a lot of mistakes last week, a lot of things that we need to improve on. Like I mentioned, going into, an extremely hard place to play against an ultra-talented football team.
So how would you assess the locker room's ability to kind of flush away any negativity about Bama and still kind of give them the respect that they've deserved and gotten over the last couple of years?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, Bama is Bama. Like, no matter what's going on, and I know I've been a fan of college football for a while, and I've seen seasons, like at the beginning of every season, there's always this, oh, is Bama the same Bama? They lost all these, they lost all these. But then they still find a way to be who they are and who they have been over the past couple of decades, and that's really just because of culture.
People start discounting them, and all of a sudden, they start playing better and they fix their issues versus sometimes you don't play well, but you win games and, kind of, push through some things that really are issues that are going to show up later if you don't fix.
The culture will carry, so I think there's still going to be a good team. There's going to be a great team that we got to go out and play our best to win against, because if we go in there thinking, oh, this is a down year, it's a down year, but, what have we done lately? Honestly, so it doesn't matter. You can say they're having a down year, but what year are we having? We've only had 3 games. So, we're going to go in there like any other week, give them the utmost respect, and try and go out and play physical and win the game.
If Milroe's the starter, what challenge does he present with his feet?
Well, I think you're good at asking those questions you know the answer to. He's hard to catch, hard to tackle, hard to bring down.
When you have a running quarterback, it kind of now they have 10 blockers instead of usually it'll be like 9, because the quarterback usually isn't a part of it. So that's another person you have to account for, another person that can be blocking downfield. And when you can get a quarterback who can read defenses and throw the ball, but then also run the ball, it's just a different aspect. You got to play more sound on your pass rush lanes. You can't really go balls to the wall and lose your responsibility in that sense.
Are games like this part of the reason that you came here?
Yeah, for sure. I'm excited. I've been a fan of these type of games, these SEC games that I used to watch after my games early in my college career and stuff like that. But, now to be able to play in these games is really cool. I'm not a fan anymore. I'm actually in it, so it's going to be nice. And I'm going to treat it like any other game, but I'm definitely going to give it my all and go out there and play as best as I can.
Emotionally, you got to kind of calm down. I think it's just the highs and lows before game time, or just this week in general. You can't get caught up in the minutia and just get toned in on the preparation. I think preparation kind of calms you.
It's all about just playing hard and just finishing. We always talking about, just straining. Even when we're tired, just keep on straining and keep on going. So we're going to be prepared and ready to go this week.
All right, so, hey, y'all ready? We're not going to be in here long. All right, so we're going here straight to a walkthrough, all right, or unit to a walkthrough. We're going to do all the third down and unbalanced stuff again. All right, so 21 personnel. Top 3 personnel is 11, 12, 21. All right, so we're going to walk through this 21 personnel stuff, all right, and talk through it. It's a lot of split back, All right. Okay, number 5 and number 2 are going to be in the backfield. You got 84 back there. It's always a 3-back set. They're looking to create 4-strong load one way or the other.
I've been seeing when they motion into the bunch, they be running the string, right? So if I like go and he's 2 through the zone, I still got to take 2 through the zone.
So you should attack the outside hip. They've done it one time where they motioned the tight end out against MTSU. That's exactly right. So it's the rules are the exact same from last week that we got from Georgia Tech. All right, like that's going to be, if they do it in the game, they're always setting it up. So if they do it the first time, you know it's going to come again. All right, and they're going to do it. That play where we check Diggs versus the Doe set, all right, that play's been at that university since 2007. Does that make sense? Regardless of coordinator. So just be ready for that. But that's a good question. All right, now, no backs FIB. Okay, this is out of 12 personnel. It's an old SART. All right, that's just been passed down. All right, through everybody else at Bama. As soon as they do this, all right, 99% of the time, all right, they're going to reload them back in. But we have to, the one thing that they do is they'll throw a now screen out there right now if we're not lined up. Just so we understand, you can steal a play right here. All right, where are they hitting on 3rd and long? Them hashes. All right, now, as soon as 2 goes out, if he is short, when we're calling this is 3rd and long, this is 2-minute, all this stuff. As soon as he goes out, all right, and he's short, somebody's coming to this hash. He will be replaced, all right, by somebody else deeper. So just sit there and wait. All right, don't even take an extra step. Just sit right there, all right, because he's coming right to me. Y'all feel what I'm saying? Everybody clean. All right, we got unit. Let's roll.
In Tuscaloosa, Alabama resides one of the most storied football programs of all time. So it's no coincidence that it's also the home of the head coach with the most national championships in the history of college football, Nick Saban.
Crimson Tide wins the national championship.
It's my honor to present the national championship trophy to Coach Nick Saban and the Alabama Crimson Tide.
The Crimson Tide will not be denied.
He just does an unbelievable job for doing something as long as he has. It's easy to kind of, take it easy after all those championships and, maybe like pull back a little bit on your intensity and what you demand, and he doesn't at all.
You know what you're going to get day in and day out. The staff meeting's going to be at the same time. He's going to eat the same thing for lunch. Practice is going to be the same. Just consistency.
I'd say he's the greatest of all time, with him being able to continue to recruit highly, at all positions, but also to bring in, all these different coaches. He's losing coaches year in, year out, but the one thing that remains the same at Alabama, no matter through the years, the players change, the coaches change, but Coach Saban's still there and they're still winning a lot of games.
Sustained success on the gridiron means surviving the coaching carousel. Saban took a unique approach in offering opportunities to coaches in search of a second chance. That trend started with Lane Kiffin.
This just came up the other day. I told Coach, we forget when we're fired or out of a job or want a job, and then we get it, and then we find the, things to complain about it. And so I do remember those days and wanting that job so bad, and him taking a chance on me, and I remind him of that.
And I think both of them understood, how intelligent each other was and their understanding of the game of football and how to attack defenses and when to run the football, when to throw it. I think they made each other better.
He was great to me. It was a great run together, and kind of like as you move on, you look back and you're like, man, I find myself doing things like him and reverting back to things that I learned from him. So it was one of those, I guess I joked at the time, it's like you go back to get your master's, when you're older. I felt like that kind of after the USC thing, went back and got my master's from Coach Saban, and I think it helped a lot.
While the ups and downs of his tenure are well documented, there's no denying the pairing was a success.
They always made it work, and at the end of the day, that shows with the success that they had and the different people that Coach Kiff worked with. And we talk about it, just the different quarterbacks and offensive personnel that he had, and he made dynamic players sometimes out of nothing.
I had never worked with him, and I'd never really worked with him in that tree. So there's a growing process there when you come from a totally different style and you come into that. And that's the responsibility of the assistant coach. So I take that on myself, not doing as good a job as I could have, just of understanding or maybe talking to others that had worked in that environment to understand what it was going to be like.
I think the best thing about Coach Kiffin to me is a lot of guys that leave Alabama, I feel like think, all right, here's the blueprint, right? And this is how Coach Saban did it. And they try to mimic it, but they're not Coach Saban. And I think, the beautiful thing about Coach Kiffin knows who he is. And I think he understands, all right, what were some good things that were done at Bama and they won because of how you develop young players, how you practice, how you teach. But then he's a different dude. And so off the field, it's gonna be a little different. It's gonna be a little different vibe, a little different feel, which makes that unique.
His legacy is going to be remembered for generations in generations, not necessarily due to the national championships, but due to the coaching tree that's and the experiences that those coaches had while they're at that university.
For the former Alabama assistants now on staff at Ole Miss, going into Bryant-Denny will be a little unusual.
Will it be an exciting time? Yeah, I have family and friends that are there, and they'll be watching for the other team. But you know what? At the end of the day, every game, I got to segment it each its own way because every game's important.
For us in this profession, you focus so much on the developmental players and trying to get a good scheme together for them that week that you really don't get caught up in it. I'm not going to say when we walk into Bryant-Denny, and I'm not going to look up and feel like I was just there or anything like that, but no, it'll be fun.
Game planning against them and just kind of thinking back to my days back there and trying to think back at things that they had said and ways to do little things to manipulate the things that they did defensively, how quickly they're able to make adjustments and how you have to make your adjustments right away and always try to be a step ahead. So it was pretty fun.
We've accomplished a lot, but still have some things to accomplish and getting to the SEC championship, and usually that would mean having to beat Alabama.
Beating Nick Saban's Crimson Tide in their own backyard is a tall task. His record in Tuscaloosa is an astonishing 103 wins to just 9 losses. Lane Kiffin entered the day determined to give his former boss loss number 10 in Bryant-Denny.
Let's take a look at Jalen Milroe. Obviously, there's a lot of pressure on this guy to step back into the job.
In the pocket, he's going to break and run, and he'll get the first down, the 20, 25, 30, 35, 37. That's what the Rebels got to watch, and did not do a good job there. A 20-yard pickup and a first down for the Tide.
They've got Roydell Williams in. He's going to block for Milroe, and Milroe inside Ole Miss territory, moving his feet, and he's down to the 40-yard line. Prince eventually made the tackle.
And here's the kick, and he's got the distance. Is it on target? And it is good, and Alabama will take a 3-0 lead.
First down for Ole Miss. Dart looking to throw, throws to the far side, passes complete to Wade, and Wade's got some daylight inside Alabama territory.
Dart takes the snap. It's got his man on the seam near side, and that's going to be Franklin, his first catch as an Ole Miss Rebel, and it'll be for a first down. McKinstry knocks him out of bounds.
On first down, they hand the ball off. And he breaks one tackle and gets to the outside. Judkins inside the 10-yard line. Not only did he break one tackle, he got into the pile and bounced off.
Quarterback draw straight ahead, untouched, into the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
It's a 10-yard sprint for Dart. And we said he uses his arm and he can use his legs.
To win on the road, you have to get breaks, especially when faced with a Bama first and goal from the 1-yard line.
High snap, and it's off the hands of Milroe. He'll pick it up and fall to the ground.
Milroe wants to throw, being pressured, runs out to his right. Looking downfield, he's going to be hit and grabbed, hit again, and out of bounds. Third and goal from the 18 for Alabama. There's the snap, pressure up the middle. He wants to run, steps on the pocket, hit and drop back at the 23-yard line. Wow, Rebel defense with their backs against the wall.
Allowing only 6 first-half points, the Land Shark defense made the waters unfriendly for the Tide.
Milroe runs to his right, wants to throw it. He's in trouble. He's sacked back at the 30-yard line, and it's Centarian Perkins, a freshman. Hurt! Snap to Milroe. He's going to run a quarterback draw straight ahead. He didn't get through. He got tackled at the 10-yard line.
He's looking to throw, looking to his left, throwing to the left side of the end zone, and it's intercepted.
It'll be Walton, and that will stop the Tide.
His eyes were looking that way, and Zamari Walton was able to follow it.
Fake on the handoff. Milroe's going to run. Piggies is chasing him, and out of bounds he goes. Man, J.J. got great feet work.
Had the ball off to Miller, and Miller snuffed out immediately behind the line of scrimmage. There were a couple of guys. Jared Ivey, Xavier Harris was there as well.
The stifling D allowed only 112 yards while notching 4 sacks. 2 of those coming from freshman Centarian Perkins.
1-point game, Ole Miss up 7-6. Milroe is going down.
Perkins, who got back there and dropped him on the sack.
That's what I need. That's what I need. That type of effort. Hell yeah.
If this were a boxing match, the first 30 minutes had been mostly jabs. 2 plays into the third quarter, Bama pulled out their haymaker.
Milroe off the play fake again, sets up in the pocket, throws long, looking middle of the field, and he has a man. What a catch! Jermaine Burton deep inside Ole Miss territory. That'll jolt 100,000.
And Alabama's going to try to take the lead with a field goal. Some of the fans booing. They want the Tide to go for 6.
3 points is better than no points. He threw an interception another time they were down there, so making sure they secure the points.
Milroe, he's hit as he throws toward the end zone. Has a man. Hale, leaping grab. Touchdown, Alabama.
We knew this was going to happen. How are we going to respond? Everybody got me. We knew this was going to happen. How is this going to respond? How are we going to respond? Everybody got me. Don't panic.
Rebels got to get the offense going. You're down 10, 2 scores with 6:25 to go in the third quarter. Dart in the pocket's going to throw it deep out. Has his man. That's Wade. Breaks the tackle down the sidelines to 40. 45-50. Makes a move and gets to Alabama's 45.
Let's go. Let's go.
Dart, pressure's coming. Dumps it off on the outside to Watkins. And Watkins is thrown out of bounds.
Handoff, Judkins runs left, got some blockers, lowers his head, and out of bounds, close to the first down marker. I don't know if he got it or not. And will send the field goal kicker, Caden Davis, onto the field.
Kick is on its way, and this time he got the height, and he got it through.
In the early goings of the fourth quarter, Alabama had the ball and a chance to create separation from the Rebels.
Milroe has time, middle of the field, passes complete. It's Ooch, the tight ends.
Handoffs to McClellan. He's going to run left off left tackle, gets to the edge. He's at the 20 to the 15. Slams on the brakes and will get inside the 10 to the 8.
And they go back to McClellan. McClellan assessing. Breaks one tackle into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Old school Alabama football. That's more like it for the Crimson Tide.
8:15 left in the fourth quarter, and Alabama leads.
Let's go.
See if the Ole Miss offense can get some points. Taking the handoff, one-on-one, near side. Harris is grabbed and no interference. A handoff on a jet sweep, and Alabama sniffs it out. Handoff, Watkins on a sweep, and Alabama's just blowing those up. This time it's Dallas Turner.
This play's not working right now. They need to be able to try to drive the ball down the field.
Facing a third down at 23. Dart steps up, going long, middle of the field, broken up. Caleb Downs stepped in front of Watkins. It's fourth down for Ole Miss.
Not many plays in the playbook that you have drawn up for 4th and 23 to pick up the first down.
Lofts one, pass is complete to Bentley, and Bentley's got the first down. Malachi Moore eventually took him out of bounds. That was a really good pass.
Wow.
Let's go. Every play, let go!
Or under 3 minutes, 2:45 to play. Second down for the 10. And this time, Dart is tackled. Ball comes out and lost back to the 17-yard line.
Got to get inside the 3-yard line for first down. Here comes the pressure. Dart's hit as he throws. Incomplete.
The game had been a slugfest.
And that's going to do it, basically. I mean, there's under a minute left to play. Nick Saban's got the headset off.
They only have to snap it one more time.
Not of offensive firepower, but of defensive might.
All right, guys. That sucks. You're gonna be sick when you watch this film. How many times we f***ed up? All right, so it's a long season ahead of us. All right, it's one game. Okay, so we'll regroup. We'll get better. We'll go back to work. Come on. Team on 3. 1, 2, 3. Team.
It's easy when you win. When you have an opportunity, when you lose a game like that, now is I can say I should be playing more. I should be doing this or doing that. Make sure that it's not seeping into this group. Everybody got me? Okay? Look at the film, take ownership of it, and let's get ready to go bounce back this next week. All right? Get it here tight. Get it here tight. All we got? All we got. All we need. All we need. Playmakers on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Playmakers. Disappointing, especially when you don't get these guys again, at least for a year. So, more missed opportunities.
I just felt like we missed out on big opportunities. Had some momentum shifts and weren't able to capitalize on them. And then, when things didn't go our way, we weren't able to just weather the storm. And I thought that was the biggest thing in the second half. We got to get back to our identity. So we're going to take it on the chin and move forward.